So the first and easiest method is to see what part number is on the pin box. So if we look here on this one, this is actually a MORryde product, and it is our RPB 72-1621 HD. So 1621 HD is the base model of the pin box. So whether that's a Lippert stock 1621 box, or it's our box or somebody else's, not everybody else uses that same naming convention, but there are competitor products out there that have that same style of box. If your particular pin box does not have a label on it, then the best way to find out what was originally installed on that is to look at the last 6 digits of your VIN number and then call or email your OEM of your trailer and find out what pin box was originally installed, or what the style is. Step 1A is taking the horizontal measurement between the mounting bolts. So if we look here on this particular box, that distance is 7 7/8 of an inch. Step 1B is measuring the vertical distance between the mounting bolts. So if we look here, we have 2 inches in between the bolts from center to center. So looking at this one, we are at 4 1/4 inches. Step 1D is the number of bolts per side. So obviously, as we can see here, you've got 5 bolts. Step 2A is easier if you have a square, just because it allows you to get a good straight vertical guide when you take your horizontal measurement. So step 2A is measuring the horizontal distance between the front row of bolts and the center of the kingpin. So looking here on this particular box, we are at 17 3/4 inches. Step 2B is very similar, but it's measuring from the center line of the rear row of bolts to the center of the kingpin. It's a little bit trickier depending on the length of the box, because in this particular case, it takes more than just a 2-foot square to get there. So I'm going to add in the tape measure to get what we need. So looking at this one here, we're at 26 5/8 of an inch. And the reason that we do this helps with the math at the end as a verification that we took a good measurement here and we took a good measurement from here to here, and this just helps us to verify that. Step 2C is measuring the overall width of the pin box. The best place to do that is actually on the back side. And the reason for that is because when the wings are welded into the frame with a stock pin box attached, the frame manufacturer actually bolts the wings to the pin box and then welds them up. So they take the dimension of the initial pin box that it's put up there with. With aftermarket pin boxes like ours, we actually have to undersize them just a touch in order to let them slip inside there and not have people fight to get it inside. So if you were to measure, say, the front of our box, it's actually going to be a little bit under. But if we measure back here, near where we have the brace, this particular box, it's 12 inches wide. Step 3 is the confirmation math of some of our previous dimensions. So that's taking 2B and subtracting 2A, and then we get 1A. So 2B minus 2A equals 1A. And again, that's just to make sure that we're taking good measurements and that we can find the correct product. These wings right here can be used for the 1621 series. And what I mean by the 1621 series is that with stock pin boxes or even MORryde pin boxes, we have a standard 1621, there's a 1621 HD, and there's a 1621 SHD, and those all have different ratings on them. And I've seen these wings used at pretty much all different levels of that. So this is a pretty common wing set here, but it is not the only wing set for the 1621 series. This wing set right here is the wing set that is used in Lippert's flush deck frame that has a large either 6x6 or 6x8 cross tube that goes across the front of the frame. Lippert's stock box for this is called the Rhino pin box. And then of course there's other products that fit into here. So the part number that we use on our products is FD, standing for the flush deck. But this is the only wing set for this type of frame, and it has this flange across the bottom and the flange all the way up the back, so it's very easily identifiable. This wing set here is actually used for two different boxes, whether that's pin boxes or goosenecks. It's used for the 11/16 and the 17/16. The difference in the length of the boxes is what differentiates them, and it's about a 6-inch length difference, so it really does matter. That is not something that you just want to change. Oh, I want the longer box. Longer box this way doesn't mean you get better turning radius, because the width of the trailer is actually what defines how close you can turn and get to the back end of your truck cab. But it does matter as far as what the frame was designed for and what stresses go into your frame. If your frame was designed for a 17/16 box, then you want to be sure and use that one. And so that's going to matter, and that's going to go back to what we were talking about earlier about finding out from the manufacturer potentially what box was originally on your frame. This wing set here is another style for the 1621 series. I have predominantly only seen this on the 1621 standard box. I have not specifically seen this used for 1621 HD or SHD, but that's not to say that it wasn't used that way with some OEM fifth wheel builder. But predominantly this wing set is for just the standard 1621.